Hey everyone, Lazy Fire here. Welcome back to Rise of the Tomb Raider. Today we're going in the staircase inside the staircase. Hope you like cars. Anyways. Clearly they bricked over the area that leads you normally there, so, you know, double protected. But yeah, we're getting into the end game here. And it's a really good end game. It's got some nice cinematic qualities to it. It's pretty solid all over. I really can't say enough good things about how this game finishes. It does it. And look, broadhead arrow usage. First shot. I mean, there's plenty of upgrades to still get here, so I will continue on that path. Alright. Just far enough. Yeah, the broadhead arrow physics are a little flighty if you haven't noticed. So, yeah. Get ready for some interesting choices on my part there. Too much. Alright, what it actually wants you to do is get two there and then get one up here. And because of that, you'll be able to jump here and then do and very smart. Of course, I could have also thrown the grappling hook there. Got up the same way, but where's the fun in that? Spark. Alright, let's see what we can do.
I just have to catch my breath for a moment. This place, Katesh, Jacob, the Deathless ones. I've been running so fast for so long, I haven't stopped to acknowledge the simple fact that all of this is real. A part of me can't believe it. But I know Jacob was telling the truth. Whatever made him is here, and I'm going to find it before Trinity. I only wish Dad was alive to share in this discovery.
Yeah, it's one of those things that comes up later in the game, but you kind of knew it was coming, is Jacob being the prophet. Makes total sense. Okay, so that's clearly the way I need to go, so I'm not going to go that way. Come on. Now dive. No? Oh, it's too shallow to dive. Fair enough. It's like, it's an allowable state. Shallow to dive? Oh, you know what? May as well just craft up as many arrows. Yeah. No, full on. Okay.
Amazing.
I love that those are all spears. That's pretty great.
Jacob, I'm heading in. What will I find down here?
My people haven't been down there since we sealed it off, centuries ago. But it should be safe, at least until you make it past the orrery.
Was it part of the observatory?
It was built by my astronomers, before the Deathless buried the old city. You'll need to use it to open the entrance to Katesh.
Yeah, what? Dead Crusader skeletons, it's fine. And that thing there in this room is actually a really fun giant room-sized puzzle. And if I time things right, it's going to be the end of the episode, getting through that. And by time things right, I mean if I screw up just enough on how to get through there. The thing about this game is that the puzzles, in and of themselves, are not difficult in any sense of the word. You've seen me like struggle just because I missed certain details, not really because they were hard to get. And then you get something like that that is actually kind of hard, and you have to remember exactly what the methodology is. I just always kind of assume that if there's like a little area over here, I gotta be down there mashing the B button as much as possible. But yeah, here's the puzzle.
This is extraordinary.
6 minutes in, so yeah, this will probably
Let's see how this thing works. Looks like I can pull that into place.
So yeah, this giant astrolabe dealie. What you need to do at the end of the day is just line everything up so you can start jumping across things. And, I mean, it's not difficult to make the jumps. The game does most of the work for me. But yeah, let's do this real quick. So then you have to start getting stuff into place before you get on. And generally just like pulling everything is the way to get stuff into place in this game. It's actually kind of entertaining. Like the game just doesn't really worry about like sense or oh no. That doesn't help. No. Second. I think that's close. Ha! And, can't aim. I completely forgot about the fact that I can't aim on these things. And helpful. Oh, is it gonna do that thing where it just like refuses to go the way I want it to because I'm standing in a bad spot? The answer is yes. But we got the success tone. Even though the game is pretty generous about this stuff, I always feel like I'm doing something pretty bad. Yeah. Get line. Yep. Good. But that is not all of the puzzle. That's only half. Does not mean that there isn't time to go look at things. Yeah.
It's locked. Just have to disengage the mechanism.
I'm trying to remember if the thing above me was actually what I needed to shoot or not. Alright, so let's go read this thing. Wall up here.
The Mongols destroyed everything in the city, sank beneath the ice.
We need more Greek. Now we can this. And of course I forgot to do this one the first time, so
Jacob's people were ahead of their time. Watch your step, Lara.
I feel like this is one giant OSHA hazard. So yeah, this is kind of the difficult part of this whole thing. Can you jump this thing in the right angles at the right time? Get across. Not overly hard, but my lack of patience is generally going to be the big problem for me here. I've got to go fast. Nah.
Patience, Lara. Now!
And that's why this is not forcing you to do the wall jumps right there. Because then you do the climbs. Yeah. Alright. Nope. Yes. Is there a better one to get on? Alright, I just wanted to make sure I was exhausting all my options here. I'm trying to get this thing. Ha. That's automatic, by the way. Cool. Ah. That was a cool jump. Loot everything, and then what's this?
One speaks of the advanced archery skills developed in Byzantium.
Okay. Well, I've literally not used that at all, but sure, thanks. Now you're probably wondering why I'm waiting for this thing. Yep. There's another side. Oh. Yep. It would have been kind of neat if the bridges down at the second level were used to, like, lock this into place at a different point or anything like that. But no such luck. It's just a big rotating mass. Ah, it took me less time than I thought it would. I thought I'd really fuck up.
Just got to make it to the top now. Got to time it just right.
Huh? Oh, I'm stupid. looking here. Oh my god, this looks really fucking familiar. Spears and everything. It's a good motif, but and then of course, you know, it's because I'm dumb. It does help keep me entertained a lot of the time. Man, gotta tell you, not helpful when you're trying to LP a game for people. My sense of direction is just like slowly fading because I just can't keep my mind together for this game. I don't know. It's like the one game that I have issues with direction on. I believe you can actually shoot the broadhead arrows out from underneath yourself. Which seems like a really bad plan. Putting that out there. Ha! Is there a shiny thing down there or not? Yeah, there's a shiny thing. Bye. It's okay, because all my arrows should have stayed in place. And now that you have them up, you can see that there's this helpful little green targeting reticle thing telling you where you're going to go. And that just makes it real easy.
The old city is close.
Like, that's one of those things that, when you're watching me play this...
Lara, we're on the mountain above the glacier.
Can you see Trinity?
Yes, they're beginning their operation.
I'm entering the old city now. Listen, Sophia, don't attack them too soon.
We'll give it some time. I'll contact you again soon.
No, not what I was trying to collect. Not what I was trying to collect. So, instead of going where the game's telling me to go, I obviously have to go up here and jam the E button a bunch of times. Oh, map. Let's take a quick look, shall we? Not exactly a ton to see. And let's grab the carpet, shall we? Keeping ourselves stocked up on arrows and ammo and everything is going to be pretty important because the bow is still super useful all throughout the game, and the specialty arrows especially are going to be great. Fire arrows, poison arrows, etc., etc. Etc. Just explosive arrows. But yeah, I've done a shitty job of using them. Be able to hear it now. Be able to see it soon.
Y anche extrema certezan. Ekundopla puterekmetsena dioviatus. Ogos esisora de timbaloplia pistis. Tutampesetel, kasitosiltet sana. Adus kontosete olus. Η πηγή δεν θα μετακινηθεί. Θα υπακούσετε τη διαταγή του προφήτη.
Well, the Deathless seem to be active today. That's always nice. For guys as old as they are, they're moving around pretty well. Not a little loud. And notice that there's never an angle where you could actually, like, take a shot at them like that. The game's very deliberate about that sort of thing. Well, there's no going back this way. Nothing. Just hitting the button now just to see if I have any shiny objects I'm missing.
Aquí μας
Ooh, coins. I really need to go talk to our friend, the merchant, one more time before the end of the game. Sup? Byzantine Mount Rushmore over here. Very clearly a waterfall area. Now that ledge is dangerous, by the way. When you're jumping off of it, you can sometimes just watch yourself go down to the bottom because of the physics of this game. So I was a little careful there, kept holding the button. No, I was expecting reflection moments there. That's weird. Anyways, this is actually a pretty good breakpoint. We've seen the Deathless, we've gotten through most of this area. It's going pretty well so far, I gotta say. Did that puzzle in record time. Anyways, I will see everyone next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.
I thought I had died. The cold gnawed at me, and I grew weak, even as I saw the Prophet's people camped on the ridge of a strange green valley. One foot after the other, sword in hand, I trudged on. I meant to charge, battle cry on my chapped lips, when consciousness fled and I collapsed into the arms of heretics. They know who I am. They have been expecting Trinity. They do not have much. But they fed me, kept me warm until I could walk again. The Prophet told me I could leave whenever I desire, but they have taken my blades, even armed. I do not know that I could kill this man. I have failed the order. I have failed myself, but I live.
Ivan, I thought it would be simple. Most of these rough, stinking thugs take what they want from the prisoners. I chose Ivan because I thought he would bend, but it is worse than I thought. He is a good man. He does not want to be here any more than I. That sentiment holds little weight when he eats well and sleeps with a blanket. But I credit him with a moral compass these others lack. This place sickens him. He knows his part in it. Hates what he does. I caught him pushing back when he thought no one was watching to calm his guilt. I told him it was not enough. Showed him how to do more. We worked well together. Planned our escape. But it is too late. I am pregnant. We are damned.
Construction on the shrine continues. We decided to build our shrine at the top of the Vale, high in the cliffs above the river. In the lower parts of the Vale, where we quarry the stone, we constructed an aerial lift to bring cargo straight to the shrine. With all of our success thus far, I cannot ignore the ill omens. The two-headed wolf pup I found, dead in the forest. The strange noises at night that no one can identify, and the murder. First in our new city. 2 journeymen were feared lost in a side passage collapse. But one emerged 2 days later, raving mad and covered in his companion's blood. We are no strangers to violence. But I cannot shake the feeling that we have crossed some forbidden, invisible threshold. I have suspended all construction at the shrine and ordered the workers to prepare for the return trip. I should have left weeks ago, sought advice from our city's wisest. The violence increased, slowly at first, and I passed it off as raw nerves, pressure to succeed. But now it cannot be denied that something evil inhabits the Vale. It preys on our worst nature, makes us susceptible to dark suggestions. Yesterday, a young stonecutter brought me news of a scaffolding collapse that ruined much of the day's work. Before I knew what was happening, my aide had to pull me off the youth, who lay bloodied and insensible. When I washed my hands, I found a fragment of his teeth embedded in the flesh of my knuckles. I do not know myself any longer. It is time to leave. I am the last. There are others, wraiths who haunt the Vale, but they are no longer human. They wear familiar faces, cry out for help in the voice of dead friends, but I will not believe their lies. My sword keeps them at bay, or quiets them if they will not stop screaming. I tried to lead us to safety, I did, but someone collapsed the passages leading back to the city. Once we realized there would be no escape, we turned on each other. Now, a madman with a bow is perched high above the Vale, and he brings down the message birds I sent with pleas for help. The wraiths return, more than I can drive away. No one will survive this Vale. Perhaps it's for the best. Let these, my last words, be a warning.
I speak to myself, if only to hear another voice. It fills the space and the hours, but I have nothing to say. When the quiet overwhelms me, I try to sleep. I dream of what I've lost. I hope they died well. I hope that my dreams are only lies.